of the biggest lies addiction tells you is that it's not affecting your life. It is. You just haven't noticed what it's taking from you yet. So before we talk about how to overcome addiction, let's talk about what it's already costing you in the first place. Number one, addiction is slowly taking control. Have you noticed how the things you thought you once had control over slowly start taking control over you? For example, when you wake up, the first thing you pick up is your phone. You no longer have to think about it. It's laying beside your bed. You reach for it, 5 minutes more, you're still in bed scrolling. You don't think about it. That has become part of your normal life. The same thing applies to whatever you might be addicted to. That thing that made you click on this video. It might be pornography. It might be needing constant attention. It might be people pleasing. It might be scrolling whenever you're bored. It might be shopping. That thing is slowly taking control. And like our verse says in 1 Corinthians 6 verse 12, if you're new here and call each and every one of my videos around one particular verse, Paul says, I will not be mastered by anything. What is this verse telling us? It's not saying that addiction will not come. If you're a Christian and you feel like you can skip that part, please, you cannot. Even if you're not a Christian, you cannot skip that part. Addiction will come. Temptations will come. It's just left for you to understand that I will not be mastered by it. And I feel like one of the things we young Christians do, or whatever we think, we teenagers, I'm saying this as a fellow teenager, is that we feel like this thing is not affecting us. But addiction is slowly, bit by bit, taking control over you. If you feel like you have control over that app, whenever you're bored, you're rushing to it. Whenever nobody's around, you're rushing to it. You're shopping. Whenever you're bored, you're at the door spending. You don't think about it. Those things are slowly taking control over you. But it's taking control is not the only thing addiction is taking from you. It's taking so much other things from you, and that's what I'm going to explain in number 2. Let's dive in straight. Addiction steals your attention. Can I ask you something? What gets the most part of your day? Is it the thing you're addicted to, or God, or your goals, or how you invest in yourself, or your relationships? Because whatever gets your attention, that is where your life follows. You cannot say you want this beautiful life that God has created for you, and you are addicted to this particular thing. You cannot say you want a life where you have the money, you have the riches, and you keep spending recklessly. You are a shopping addict. If you spend your time watching content that don't help you grow, watching content that make you compare yourself, you start comparing yourself. That is how your attention is so precious. I keep saying this, as young people, something you should try and protect at this stage of your life is your attention. Your attention is gold, and that is what addiction tries to steal from you. That is what it's already stealing from you, your attention. And like our verse says in 1 Corinthians 6 verse 12, Paul understood that his attention was precious, and that is why he says he refused to be mastered by it. Your attention is gold. Addiction is stealing it from you. If you didn't know, I tell you today that addiction is stealing your attention. And that leads me to my next point, and that is addiction makes you seem like a hypocrite. Many of us relate to this. You cannot say you're a Christian girl and you're practicing this art. Slowly you start feeling like you are not holy enough. But I tell you that you can love God so much. You can be the biggest Christian, you can go to church and still struggle with some certain arts. You can still be addicted. You can still be tempted. You cannot escape that part of being a Christian. And I tell you that addiction will make you seem like the biggest hypocrite. I feel like this one is self-explanatory, and this is something most of us experience. I think I should have even made this the first point, because this is self-explanatory. You might be feeling like a hypocrite right now, and that might be the reason why you clicked on this video. I'm not going to explain this one too much. I'm going to dive into number 4, and that is addiction can slowly delay your purpose. What is that one thing that God has placed inside of you? That thing that He has told you to do, that thing that you feel like as a teenager you should be starting. You cannot focus on those things. You have not yet, right now, you have not been focusing on that thing. You've been focusing on the fact that this thing has been making you seem like a hypocrite. You feel like a hypocrite, you can do things. It has been taking control, it has been taking your attention. Addiction can delay your purpose. It can delay that particular thing. Imagine focusing on this particular thing and not doing what you know you're supposed to do. That is dangerous. That is what it does to you. It makes you feel like, okay, I have to focus on this thing so much, and to you, you start feeling like this thing is so big that I can overcome it. Some of us, we start thinking that this thing is bigger than God. We start thinking that this is bigger than us. It has become our identity. No, that thing is trying to steal your purpose. You can spend 20 years, you can spend an hour focusing on this particular thing, and you refuse, or you cannot focus on the thing that you know you are supposed to focus on, because it's delaying your purpose. It's taking your time, it's taking control, it's mastering you, it's slowly, bit by bit, taking your purpose, delaying your purpose. Something that you're supposed to start right now. Because of the fact that you've been doing this particular art, you start focusing on it, and you don't focus on what you're supposed to do. And so far, we've learned that addiction slowly takes control. addiction is stealing your attention, and lastly, addiction can delay your purpose. But this last verse, which is the most important one, if you understand this one, you understand why addiction is so very dangerous to you. So let's talk about that last one. Addiction creates shame and keeps you hiding. Imagine being dirty and refusing to go to the bathroom to have a bath. Doesn't make sense. That's what addiction is doing to you. You start feeling like you can't go to the one who can even help you solve this particular thing. You start feeling like you are, when people are talking about how they've kept themselves pure, how they've done this so far, you feel like you can't talk because you've been practicing this particular habit. I had a friend that she stopped going to church because she felt like everybody there was holier than her. She was struggling with spaghetti. I don't want to call it thing here, but she actually made me want to make this video. That was where I got the inspo of this video. She started hiding. When we came out, we were talking, she was a very free person, but she started practicing this act that she felt like she had to hide. She had to hide from God. She had to hide from the people that could have helped her. She was in shame. She was like in bondage. That's what addiction does to you. You start living in bondage. You start shrinking. To you, it's just something you enjoy, something you help to reduce your dopamine level, but no. That thing is making you start to feel shame. Slowly, you start feeling ashamed. You can't speak when your mates are talking. You start feeling like you have to hide. When people are talking about this act, this topic is not for me. I cannot talk. I've not kept myself clean. I've not done this. I've been practicing this art. This is not for me. And lastly, like her verse says in 1 Corinthians 6 verse 12, Paul says, I will not be mastered by anything. It's trying to make you understand that addiction does not have the final say. It really doesn't. Paul here makes you understand that you can refuse to be mastered by it. You can refuse to let it make you start hiding. Addiction should not make you start hiding. If you are dirty, kindly go have a bath. If you've committed a sin, kindly go back to the one that can help you. Kindly go back. Kindly talk to an adult. Kindly, you can even come to me. I am your friend. I am here for you. I make my community a safe place. You can talk to me. You can recommend me making a particular video and I will see it through, because we are here to support one another. Addiction is a common thing. You are not a sinner. You are not the biggest sinner in the world. If you are struggling with a particular thing, you can come out of the act. Jesus never sat with saints. No, he literally says that I came here for sinners. You are not the biggest sinner here. Everybody has once in their life struggled with a particular thing and they have overcome it. If they overcome it, if I overcome, you can overcome it. If my friend overcomes it, you can overcome it. It's not bigger than you. This is not the end of your story, please. So let's go back to where we started. We learned from the starting of this video that addiction slowly takes control. Addiction steals your attention. Addiction makes you want to hide. It creates shame and makes you want to hide. Addiction can delay your purpose, and lastly, addiction makes you seem like a hypocrite. 5 powerful things that addiction is stealing from you. There are so many more. I don't want to make this video too long. There are so many more that addiction is stealing from you. You need to understand this thing so you start seeing like an enemy. Whenever it comes to you, understand that this thing is taking control over me. I refuse to be mastered by it. That is what it's doing to you. This is a 2-part series, in case you didn't know. This is the first one where I'm trying to make you understand what is stealing from you. So I transit to the next video, which I'll be posting on Friday. So you can subscribe if you want to see that particular part of that video, so you don't miss it. And that video, I'm going to be talking about how to overcome addiction. So I'm going to be leaving you with this. Addiction does not have the final say. The fact that you're struggling with a particular thing does not make you a sinner. It makes you human. It makes you someone who God created. And you can overcome it. If I overcome it, you can overcome it. Addiction does not have the final. I refuse to let it have the final say over you. Like I said, don't forget to subscribe, so you please don't miss that thing, because I have spent my time to actually edit. I spent my time to actually work on that video, so you leave that video understanding how you can overcome addiction right now. Actually, I love you so much, and it gives me a thumbs up, so I feel encouraged to post more content here on this platform. Leave a comment for me. Also, if there's a particular video you want me to make, I am your friend, I am a big sister, I am a fellow teenager like you. This is me. You can actually leave a comment for me and I'll make that video. I love you again. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time in my next video. I'll see you on Wednesday.